It is raining right now, so I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I had to film this video because there's some people that I know are watching this video that I want them to understand this. And if you know who you are, I hope you know who you are, and this can help anybody else. So first topic is, do you deserve a healthy relationship? Now, at first that might sound like, what do you mean? Of course I deserve one. Everyone deserves a healthy relationship. And although that might be true, the real question, the real analysis of this is, are you the person that deserves a healthy relationship right now? Are you the person that deserves a healthy relationship at this moment? Or are you in process of growing, in the process of leveling up your life to then become that person who is deserving of that healthy relationship? Because people don't just deserve things, we have to earn them. And the way you earn a healthy relationship is by working on yourself, by having self-respect, self-worth, by knowing how to set boundaries, right? So all of these things coming to mind. So before you even want a relationship or even want a long-lasting relationship, you have to ask yourself, are you the person who is prepared to have a healthy, long-lasting relationship? Are you the type of person who is ready for commitment, for real commitment? Because people truly want, if you want a healthy relationship, you're looking for a life partner. You're not looking for someone for a couple of years to then break up and go to the next. No, you're looking for someone to be your ride or die. And a lot of us want that, but because we think we can't get it, because we put our standards so low to the point where we just accept anything that comes our way, it's gonna become harder for you if you see yourself as that person. If you see yourself as the person, oh, I don't want a healthy relationship right now. I'd rather be with this guy, then that guy, and then that guy. Or this girl, then that girl. It's all perspective of yourself. If you want a healthy relationship, you gotta analyze yourself to see if you're ready for one. And if you're not, what are the steps you need to take to become ready for one? Now we get into the part where, what should you expect from a healthy relationship? Let's say now you're ready to have a healthy relationship. You've worked on yourself, you learned communication, you know your self-worth, you respect yourself and others, you have boundaries and you know how to set them. You have all these things and you're ready for this relationship. You're in the right space in life. You have stable job, stable career. You have stable job, stable career. Everything, your mental health is good, your body's great. Now you want to look for a healthy relationship. But what is a healthy relationship? What is that person? What are the requirements for that person to be a healthy partner, to be a person of interest? Now, that is the simple part. First of all, one thing: compatibility, attractiveness, level of communication, and trust. These four things: compatibility, level of communication, trust, and attractiveness, are the four things that you need for a healthy relationship. Now, I ask you, why compatibility? Because if you're not compatible with a person, if you guys are completely different, and I'm not saying people who are completely different can't have a healthy relationship. I am saying that when you are compatible in your worldviews, in your opinions, that is a big plus. Because first of all, you agree on most things, which is, if you want to have a family who is nuclear family, traditional, then you can, and if you both have that mindset and you're compatible in that mindset, then it's going to be easier in the long run when it comes to those things. Now, if you are a partner who works hard, and you're both hardworking, you're both just wanting to create this empire, then that's fine too. Find that partner that complements you, makes you grow, and that is compatible with the future that you want. Because you can't try and change someone. You can't get a girl who wants to be a boss, who wants to be this incredible entrepreneur, and want to turn her into a stay-at-home mom. You can't do that. That's not fair. And that's not something someone who is in a healthy relationship or who wants a healthy relationship should aspire to do. You shouldn't aspire to change someone. You should like someone for who they are and how they act, and you should compromise for each other to become the most complementary couple you can become. Okay, so we got the compatibility part. Now let's look at the attractiveness. Attractiveness, although it's not the most important, it's still very important, because if you're not attracted completely to a person, you will want to do less. It's like an unconscious thing where you think she could have all the best qualities, all the best, like, most compatible, she likes what you like, whatever it is, she has the best personality, but if she's not at least a little bit attractive to you, and she's like not that attractive, where to the point where it's like not that appealing, honestly, you will have a lot of problems with that, because you're just gonna be feeling like you're settling for less, and feeling that you can find someone beautiful, way more beautiful, that can have at least a couple of her personality. So you would just, the whole entire relationship, you're just gonna be like, well, looking at other girls who are beautiful, you're gonna be more attracted to them, you're gonna fall to lust, and it's just not healthy, because you're just gonna be always looking out for girls who are just more attractive than your girlfriend, and it's like too many distractions. And if you get the opportunity to do something wrong, you will, because you want something else. So if your girlfriend or boyfriend is not at least attractive to you, like if you consider him at least attractive enough for you, and his personality like makes more of it, but he's still like at least a little bit attracted to you, then stay with them. And honestly, personality over looks, so keep that in mind. Now, the third pillar for having a healthy relationship is communication. I cannot stress this enough. If you do not communicate with your partner, no matter how compatible, no matter how in love you guys are, you are not gonna get far, because she's gonna need something and you're gonna need something, and you're not gonna communicate about it. And you're both gonna be giving each other what you think they need, and you're just grabbing air. You're not grabbing anything. You're just throwing shit that doesn't even matter, at least not to them. And you're not mind readers. You can't expect for you or for them to know what you want. You have to talk about it. It's like there's this motion where, oh, if he loves me, and then he would buy me flowers because I want flowers. You can't. Okay, yes, he would probably think that that's a good part, but he's like, maybe she doesn't like flowers. Maybe she's not that traditional. Maybe his mind doesn't know what you want. He can't read your mind. So if you want him to buy you flowers every time you go on a date, tell him that. Just because you tell him doesn't mean he doesn't love you. Men are simple. They don't care if you bring them flowers. So their mindset is, well, I don't think they would care that much if I bring them flowers. It doesn't even go through their mind. Sometimes a girl wants them, oh, I would like for him to write me a note every week, or at least once a month. Give me a nice note telling me how much you care about me. And they would be like, oh, well, I would expect him to do that because he's a writer, or blah, blah, blah. Tell him what you want. Tell him your needs. Tell him how you're feeling. And tell him how what he does makes you feel. Because if you don't express this to him, he will not know. He will think everything's dandelion and roses, and you're going to be the one who's going to be suffering and think he doesn't love you, when he's the one who's thinking he's giving you all the love in the world. You guys need to understand that communication is key, no matter what it is about. Your partner's not going to read your mind. Nobody is. Now, the fourth pillar for a healthy relationship is trust. Trust, this is like the most important. If you don't trust your partner, you're never gonna truly feel safe. You're never gonna truly be yourself. You're always gonna be this fake self because you don't trust them. You're always gonna act like the nonchalant guy. Yeah, it's whatever, I don't care. because you've refused your mind to let yourself be vulnerable. Because you know that if you trust them, you have to become vulnerable. And you know that if you become vulnerable, what happened in the past might happen today. I get it. It's hard. You don't want to be hurt again. You don't want to feel betrayed. But it takes true bravery to love and trust someone knowing that they can break your heart. It really does take true bravery to love someone knowing that they could just destroy you. And that's love. That's the most beautiful part of a healthy relationship. Love. If you love someone enough to know that they would never do you wrong, that love, that trust that you have will make your relationship stronger. You will expect more from the person. You will want more from the person. You can have two people exactly the same, a carbon copy of each other. But if one you trust and the other one you think might cheat, you're going to be harder on the one you trust because you love them more. You are harder on the people that you love. That's why older brothers are harder on their younger brothers or younger sisters. That's why your parents are on you, because they love you. They're hard on you because they want you to succeed in life. Your dad is never going to give you what you want to feel okay. He wants to give you what you need to prosper in life, because he knows how hard life is and he wants you to grow and to live a beautiful and actual good life. Your parents love you, man. Everyone who wants and it's hard on you, and sometimes they don't know that they're being too hard and they're being unhealthy to you, but they love you no matter what. There's no denying that. To love someone is to be hard on them. And if you can understand that and you can communicate that with your partner, you can find ways to better optimize each other for each other. So keep that in mind when thinking about the compromise that you have to make and the commitment that you have to take when it comes to getting into a relationship, because it messes with your entire life. It messes with everything. It could either mess with it in a good way or a bad way. Look for someone who's going to help you grow and achieve your goals. Don't look for someone who's going to give you a good time and leave you at the ground. Take all of these things in consideration before going into a relationship, because if you don't, you're going to waste your time. You're going to get your heart broken. And it's going to make it even harder to trust someone ever again. So before getting into a relationship, follow these steps. Analyze yourself and analyze the person you want to look as a serious relationship before making any decision that can alter your entire life like this. And as always, hope you enjoyed the video, and I want you guys to become the man your children will be proud of to call their father.